Just be yourself. Hey guys, how are you? So today is the kickoff of my new little series that I'm starting here. It's my makeup lookbook for a whole week. So it's 7 days worth of looks. This is the first one. I'm starting with a pop of color, but I'm so anxious to show you how easy this is and just wonderful products that you can run out and get and just like have so much fun, have as much fun as I did. Since I got this idea, I've just been feeling pumped, and then one of my dearest and best friends, Marnie, shout out, she sent me a photo. She's like, hey, I'm looking for like a new go-to like day, just look that's just not what I already have, and this is what I was thinking. So this is the look that I was going for today. I definitely have my own interpretation. I could be for anyone, but my intention here is to help someone that wants to work on themselves and wants to play with makeup and have fun with it and just get themselves outside that shell and just express themselves more. If you want to see how I got this look and enjoy the rest of the series, keep watching. Okay. I always get so anxious when I first start filming. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I want to always try and let you guys know what I use as my base for my face, because there have just been so many times when I am watching a YouTube tutorial and they'll say, okay, I already moisturized, I prepped my face, and I'm like, awesome. What'd you do? What'd you use? Because I feel like skin prep is so important and everybody says that. So I'm like, yo, help a girl out. I picked up the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. Why do companies have such long titles? So far it's smooth. We'll see. This is the first time I try it, so let's see how it goes. I'm gonna stick to my really like the fastest eyebrow product I have, and that is the Bobbi Brown Perfectly Defined Longwear Brow Pencil in the shade Mahogany. It's my most soft, natural shade. So let's just do that today, since this is part of our series of just like quick looks to do for the week, but to still mix it up and to just like be putting in that effort and like just be awesome. I'm just gonna brush through my eyebrows really quick. The style is like this. It has that kind of like diamond shape a little bit. I actually like to start over in the front here. I usually go upward in the front, going along with the hairline. And then I'm gonna fill in the top and create that shape that I feel like I should have. I like this pencil because it's more of a dry formula, so it's not super slippy, and it really does stay in place. We've got some just basic everyday brows. They're not perfect, but I think they will look fine once everything else is done. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever HD foundation stick. I love this stuff. It works really, really well with my skin type. I love to use the full coverage face foundation brush, and I just take the stick and I place just a little bit on the brush. Just keep going in. I just keep swiping over the stick and just adding a bit here and there. It doesn't have to take long. I just want to make sure I don't overdo it. It's always better to do a little bit and add where you need it than to just put a heavy layer everywhere. We're gonna go for some concealer, and today I'm actually gonna switch it up. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Light. I actually really, really like this shade. I feel like I don't need color corrector with it, and I will say that as I've been playing around with it just in the last couple of days, I feel like if I put a really even, fairly generous layer and like let it sit for a moment and then I just press it in with a beauty sponge, it looks really good. So let's just do that. Sometimes it's nice to mix in a drugstore with high-end. See, it's a pretty even layer. I mean, like, look at that. It just cancels that purple underneath right away. And I have been just exhausted today. I'm riding the Crimson Wave. This is day one, and I am just feeling super fatigued. It's canceling out the coloring really well. I'm just pressing in. I'm not rubbing around or sweeping. I'm just pressing the product in place. I'm gonna put this all over my lid and this will be my primer. I usually use the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, but it's been drying out really bad lately. I've had it for a long time. I've loved it hard. It has treated me well, but I've seen so many people just use concealers that I thought, you know what, I would like to try that and see if I can get one to work really well for me, because I think I need to throw away my paint pot. This has done a great job of evening out my eyelids and canceling the veins. I look like I have no definition to my face at all right now. So we're just gonna set this and add some color in. Easy peasy, no problem. I'm gonna stick to my beloved Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for my under eyes. So I'm just gonna lightly press a thin layer. Again, start with a little less and go in with more if you need it. I'm gonna use my oops, what's that? It's probably eyelash glue. Yeah, sorry. It's my Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in Translucent Light. I think this is an excellent powder. It doesn't feel talky at all. It's really a smooth velvet feeling. This is the mini size. It's a great price point. I don't go through powder very quickly. Dip that in there. Tap off the excess. I'm the kind of person that when I do my makeup, I only want to do it once. I'm not the kind of person that is in the habit of taking a bunch of makeup with me in my makeup bag. Like, I don't even have a makeup bag because I don't touch up. It's like, no, when I do it, that's it. I want it to be good for the whole day. So I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite bronzers. This is from Bobbi Brown. This is in the shade Medium. I'm using this bronzer because it never ever fails me. It's one of those products that is just like, it never goes on too heavy, it never streaks, it goes with any makeup look I'm doing. It's just a very reliable, beautiful product. I think it's well worth the price. I have never found a drugstore bronzer that was this good at all. The full Flawless Face Brush, it's so fluffy, so it'll get that bronzer on there pretty quick. And I love to bronze up my cheeks. And we'll do a little under the jawline. Create a little bit more definition, and then just drag it down the face a little bit. Sorry, my ring. We're gonna do blush last because I'd like to match that color to the rest of what's going on. But while I still have this in my hand, we're gonna actually go straight to the eyes. I'm gonna grab one of my favorite crease blender brushes. This is from Sephora. It's just called the Crease 230. So I'm gonna dip into my bronzer. I don't even really need to tap it off because this is not a really powdery bronzer. It's awesome. And I'm going to go straight into my crease. So just like the face, I start with a little bit and then work the depth, work up the depth to where I want it to be. I like quite a lot of color on my eye, even if I have a really soft look going on. So I fill in my crease, and I'm buffing it out, just kind of dragging it out a little bit. Hopefully I'm in focus. We're gonna make another product work double time again. So this is a highlighter for the face. This is from Laura Geller. It's called the Baked Highlighter Duo. So this side is French Vanilla. This side is Portofino. This is what I'm gonna use to highlight my face. And I'm gonna use this as my soft kind of like pearly champagne eyeshadow as well. I'm just gonna take my ring finger and just swirl it on. I'm gonna try and just press that in so I don't dilute the color too much because I love shimmer so much. I'm gonna focus on the center of the lid and the inner corner. I'm gonna switch to my pinky really quick and get that inner corner and just highlight that inner corner while we're there. Make things go a little quicker for us. Boom, done. Oh, and you know what? We can highlight our brow bone while we are here. That concealer acts like it a little bit, but hey, I always like to add shimmer as many places as possible. So far, we've done that light wash. We've added some definition to the crease. I did lots more, but I mean, the whole point of makeup is to do it the way you want to. So now we're gonna do like the eyeliner and the blue part. Just jazz it up and have fun. We're zoomed in even more. I'm gonna show you my favorite eyeliners. They are from Urban Decay. They're called the 24/7 Glide On Pencils. And I'm gonna use the shade Accuse. It's a gorgeous blue. Okay, I'm going to use that to actually tightline first, just like the photo. So I'm going to swipe the water off of the lash line, and I'm just going to go in and place this blue in there. Tightlining helps to create the illusion that you have more thickness at your lash line, like at the roots. And it just helps to kind of have a cleaner look when you don't have that fleshy look coming through. Okie dokie, smoky pokey. I'm gonna switch to another one that I actually got in, I think in an Ipsy bag like forever ago. It's a Crown eyeliner. It's called Blue Steel. Dude, stop making me look like a Oompa Loompa. So maybe if you're a little reluctant to do shimmer on the top and you maybe only want to play with one area and just the lower lash line, let's try the matte one on the top and then keep to having more fun on the bottom so that maybe it's more versatile for more people. I will admit I'm not super familiar with this pencil and this formula. I haven't really used it before. I do know that the Urban Decay ones are awesome, but this one is going on just fine. So now that I'm out here, I'm gonna anchor my pinky on my cheek, and I am just going to flick it out, just like that, okay? Just a tiny bit, just to give that elongated illusion, and then I go to the outer corner of that line, and it's kind of like I'm going to just cut across almost like just a straight top line like that, just to make it meet and fill it in. And then I'm just gonna fill in that center. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I'm not gonna fuss and overthink it. This is a way lighter blue than I expected, so it's not looking like the picture. So I think I'm actually gonna dull this down with an eyeshadow. What the heck am I gonna put? What am I gonna use? I'm gonna go into my gorgeous Bobbi Brown nude palette. Sorry, the nude library palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Rich Navy. I'm going to just press again. I always love to press some color on there. I need to tap off because Bobbi Brown eyeshadows are super high quality, so they're not dusty. I love them so much. We're just gonna dial this back a notch. Setting an eyeliner with an eyeshadow is a great way to make sure your eyeliner will not move. Again, I keep dipping into the shadow and just pressing in along the eyeliner. So now this way you've been able to see it with like a bright blue and now a navy blue. So now let's complete the lower lash line and have fun there. We're gonna go back to our Urban Decay Shiny Fun one. We are going to wipe that waterline, make it not so wet, and I like to take my pinky and gently pull down my eye and then just do my waterline here. That is fun. You can see how the light is catching it. That is fun. I'm gonna go in a second time. Oh my gosh, I just love this blue. I love this look so much. I think it's super fun. I just wanted to show you in the photo really quick. She had this light blue kind of eyeshadow stick, and that's what she did to just kind of lighten that bottom there. I don't have a stick like that, but I do have another Bobbi Brown product. This is super old. It was gifted to me by my mom, and it's actually a shimmer brick for the eyes. Look at this. It's like an antique. I love it so much. Turquoise has been my favorite color forever, so this is just super fun. This will be super simple. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my pinky. I'll start with this shade here. It's just like that nice baby blue. Oh yeah, I might add this shade a little bit too. So you can see when I look ahead, I have that natural crease. You can see that this is my lower lash line shape. That's where I wanna put this like light blue kind of icy shimmery shade. So it's on my pinky, and I'm gonna turn my pinky sideways, and I'm just going to sweep that along that lower lash line in that shape. Boom. It adds that bright pop to the lower lash line, and it kind of opens and widens the eye a bit. I kind of like squint my eye a little bit to emphasize that shape, so it's like really easy to grab it. That's that light color. I'm gonna add a little bit of the darker blue, a little bit. I think that looks, yeah, that looks a little bit more like what she had. Not so icy, not quite as icy. This is so ridiculously fun. I love it so much. And I think it'll look more tied in as we get our eyelashes coated and that sorted. And that's the last step we have to do for our eyes. So I'm gonna put on some mascara. I'm gonna do falsies because my eyelashes suck. So let's do that. I just got these in the mail. They're by Flutter Lashes and they're in the style Serenity. They're meant to be a lower key version than this style that's called Intoxicating, which is gorgeous, but they're like insanely huge. They're not really an everyday style for me, even though I love falsies. So let's open this up. I don't get it. They look just as crazy. They're not as long. Okay, they're not as long. And they're just not as dense. So they're just that lighter version. Let's try these. I think they'll be really pretty. I'm just gonna trim them and pop them on and be right back. So I cut off a little less than I think at first, because it's always better. Oh. I'm gonna put a coat on of mascara. This one is MAC. What's it called? I think it's 3D something something. I'll put it in the description box as always with everything else. So this is with just one coat of mascara on if you're not a falsie person. Especially if you've got great eyelashes. By all means, do you. And by the way, I always look over there because I have a screen to help me know when I'm out of focus. So my out of focus is so junky that I have to check all the time. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is I'm always just checking my work. See, like right now, I'm out of focus. That's a pain in the butt. Booyah. Whoa. Tuck that right into the lash line. The best friends now. Yeah, those are great actually. Those are great. Look at that band line. It's just like seamless. Looks awesome. I'm impressed with these. Look at those bad boys. Aren't those pretty? Now that I've trimmed them to my eye length, I might trim them a tiny bit more next time, but I like these. There we go. I'm so excited. I love these lashes. I can barely feel them at all. The only place I feel them is in this inner corner, but that's just kind of how it is for me with any false lash. It's kind of this inner corner that bugs me. I don't know why. It's something about my eye shape, I think. Other than that, these are really comfortable, were easy to put on, and I really like the look. I think they're so pretty. They're not too much, but they're a little different than just like your typical Ardell wispy. I really, really like these. Yay! My hair is looking pretty sad. Whatever. So going in with my favorite lip liner, it's the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Naked 2. I love this shade. I love these. Again, just like the eyeliners, they're creamy, then they set in place, they don't move, they're glorious, and then they're not hard to take off. They're just like that magic formula. And you have just like I have a perfect deep plum for the fall, I have a perfect nude for any time, I have a great, what other shade do I have? I have like a nice pink, a fuchsia pink, that's amazing. I love these. So this is just my little Bobbi Brown glitter lip gloss in Crystal. It's translucent gloss with glitter everywhere, if you can see that. It's a little hard to tell with the lights, but hopefully you can see. So I'm taking care to just pat that gloss everywhere and make sure I get it on the edges to make my lips look extra plump. Okay, lastly, let's add some blush and highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with Laura Geller Tropic Hues with my Japonesque powder brush. I love this one. It gets the apples of my cheeks really well. So I'm focusing on the apple of my cheek first. Just press, press, press. And then I kind of go like this and then work my way up onto the top of my cheekbone a little bit. These do have a sheen, so if you're not into highlighting but you want maybe a slight glow, this would be perfect for you. I love blush. I'm not afraid of it, that's for sure. I like to put a little on my nose to tie that in. and then add a little bit of highlighting. Just a little bit, going back to what we used for the eyes. Add a little to just the high points of our face. We already have some in our inner corners and our brow bone, so we already got that done. See? Oh, we're just adding more life to the party. A little down the bridge of the nose. Whoa, a lot got on my brush this time. Dang. While I'm thinking of it, I will say my first impression of this moisturizer is that I think my foundation went on really well. However, my skin is feeling quite dry. Like it is just not enough for me. So I don't see this being my go-to moisturizer for the summer. So now we've got that glow. I think it ties in with the eyes really well because we could have stopped with the blush since we had a glow with that. But I think that really ties into the eye. It's just kind of bouncing everywhere on the face. Like I really like that. Okay, you guys, here is the final look. We are done. So I am in love with it. I think it turned out great. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Yes, you. I really appreciate it. I'm just a little lady, little YouTube channel. So I really appreciate you being here. It's so nice to see your little view and to know you were here. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. So yeah, as I always say, so yeah, take care and I will see you next time. Bye.